What's good, everybody? Man, it's your boy Jay in the building. We're back with another video. What's up, man? God bless y'all. All right, so we about to watch the two big dogs in the SWAT today, man. So the first game we have, man, we have Jackson State versus Tuskegee. I think this is called the WC Golden Classic. I think that's what this game is called. I'm not sure. But we have a freshman quarterback that started for Jackson State in this game, man. I think his name is, Jared Lockhart from the Queen City, from Charlotte, North Carolina, man. He had got to start this game, true freshman, so let's see how well he did, man. Let's see what we're talking about.
Yep,
I didn't even watch this game because I kind of knew that it wasn't going to be a contest, so I really ain't bothered watching this, to be honest with you. I really didn't.
Going backwards on that play, he'll lose a couple.
This quarterback,
as the game goes along.
I saw how tall he was. I said, damn.
Play action. He's going to try to stretch the field, throwing the ball down the field, and it is incomplete. So the heat definitely does not bother them. But then we talked to T.C. Taylor. He said they've been preparing for something like this for a long time as well. Here's a throw on the quick out, but it is off the fingertips. He told us he wanted to play a lot of zone coverage today, but he didn't know that Lockhart was going to get to start. His first pass of the year of his Jackson State career is complete for about a toss and catch. Here's a man in motion for Lockhart. And Lockhart's going to hand it off to the first man through. That is his running back. And on the
looks like this is slow motion.
Miller going here today. One thing we've noticed with Jackson State, they always have a good core of running backs. Here's a little flip out pass right here by Lockhart to his tight end, and he's going to pick up solid yardage on the play. So here's Lockhart. He's going to pitch it out, and picking up about 2 yards on the play once again is going to be a year. He's got trips to the near side, single receiver to the far side, and he's got a wide open lane, and Lockhart's going to take it in for a touchdown for JSU. Good job blocking downfield by Ahmad Miller. Not only in the flats, both of those passes incomplete. The one run that they attempted didn't go anywhere. Got it back coming out here. Exactly. Raekwon Beal throws a swing pass out to his back, and he's going to pick up first down yardage, so they'll be able to move those chains. Lightning in the bottle. He's not the biggest guy in the world, but, man, when he gets the ball in his hands, he can do all sorts of things. It looks like that was a quick snap, and Beal tries to get rid of it, but he throws it behind his ball game. The opportunity was there, just not able to capitalize on it. Indeed. So here's a handoff to Johnny Moores III, and he is met in the hole. Actually, that's going to be a tackle for a loss. The defense will be heard here in the vet. Obvious passing down here. It's Bill. He's going to try to throw it deep down the field, and ball is caught, but out of bounds on the play. That'll bring up fourth down. New running back in the backfield is Denario Davenport. As the pass right here to the far side by Jared Lockhart is caught. Picks up about 8. But looks very seasoned here after that first drive and starting the second drive. Here's Lockhart handing the ball off to Davenport. Davenport is going to pick up solid yardage. They're going to move those chains once again. There's a flag. Well, all the way back to the 26-yard line. They're going to try a screen pass here and nothing doing. It is blown up by the Tuskegee defensive line for Jackson State. Now Lockhart, we'll see what he does in a 3rd and long. Have to get the ball down the field. There's another flag here. Open receiver. Indeed, he's got a man wide open behind the Tuskegee defense right there. That is Jameer Gardner. Gardner gets it wide open. But the holding's going to bring it back.
Holding.
Indeed. So here's Lockhart. He's going to hand it off to the first man through. Few yards gained on the play for Jackson State. And with him. Here comes a man in motion. He's going to swing it out, and it's going to be a double pass, Holly, and wide open down the field.
Oh, he dropped it. Hey, yo, cameraman, what is y'all on?
Jackson State full.
What is y'all on, man?
They're going to throw the swing.
They were going to do it again? Y'all, boy, what? Why would y'all do it again?
As a swarm, Jackson State 49-yard line to begin this drive. So each possession has resulted in a 3rd and long. That pass goes right back to the line of scrimmage. 6:20 to go in the first quarter. Jackson State on top, 7-0. Here's Lockhart in the shotgun, looking for a man. He can't find anyone. He's going to be
flushed out of pocket. A flag on the play. Lockhart is going to pick up first down yardage as he gets into the Tuskegee defense, but hold on, they might be pulling that one back. He said, like, it's not a lot of penalties where you're just playing hard. He just said, like, they're just senseless penalties. As the handoff goes to Travis Terrell, and he gets his first touch and picks up positive yards.
It happened on the left side of the line. Would have been okay if they just did their job.
Second down and long. Lockhart is pressured, and he's going to be sacked on the play.
Down to Tallahassee and make some noise today. That'll be a big feather in their cap.
Indeed. Here's a handoff and a nice spin move, but after that spin move going nowhere.
Third down scenario all afternoon for Tuskegee.
All right. Here come the Golden Tigers. Bill is going through it, and he is met.
Damn.
On the play. Making the catch was Kentucky State traveling over to Grambling State, and then Albany State versus FAM.
Go read.
We talked about that one. Alabama State and Miles has always been a good matchup. Grambling's going to
got to pay out.
Hey, came home with a nice check. Look, it is what it is, Mo.
Indeed. And the Grambling State marching band got a standing ovation at the halftime as well, something that Mickey Joseph actually said he expected to happen.
Yeah, quarter. Penalties have shot themselves in the foot. A lot of times.
Up. And going through the hands of Jared Lockhart was that snap, but he's able to fall on it. But it'll bring up second.
Without a conversion here, you'll be third and long.
Here's Lockhart. He's going to try to throw it deep, and he's got a man.
Good throw.
And it is caught deep inside of Tuskegee territory.
I like it. Good throw.
Locked in right now.
That's a great throw.
They're going to run a little up-tempo. Here is a quick pass out to the flats, and picking up more yardage is Jackson State. They're going to move the chains.
Hey, he can throw it. I like it.
86%. You do that at home. I have a little help on the screen, but a great start by the freshman.
Here's Lockhart stepping back to pass, and he's going to throw it. He's got a man in the flats, and that's Gardner. Gardner's going to tiptoe down the sidelines, picks up a Lockhart in today for Jacoby and Morgan.
Out of the pistol here on second and short, and they're going to hand it
off to Ahmad Miller. And Miller picks up enough yardage. It'll be first
today. Would not be a shocker.
Ahmad Miller in the backfield in the pistol, and Lockhart calls his own number, and he into the end zone. Touchdown, Jackson State University.
I like
Lockhart
this kid.
With his second TD run.
I mean, listen, it's against Tuskegee, so I'm not going to judge him.
Here's Bill.
But
he's going to hand it off.
He look good.
First man through. Picks up about 4 yards on the plate. Take care of business at the time. Here's a pitch out now for the Golden Tigers, and cutting it back.
Third and medium that he calls gives them more options on his offense. Let's see what they do here.
Here's Bill. He's going to throw the deep out, and the ball is caught by Jermaine Hardy Jr. And Hardy Jr. coming through on the tackle for Jackson State. Here's Bill handing it off, and nothing doing once again. And taking down the second down. We'll call it 12 for Mr. Bill.
That pressure from the right side.
Indeed, he throws the deep slant, and the pass is caught.
Could be the first possession if they get 3 yards here, where they get multiple first downs in that same series, and looks like they're going to do it depending on the mark. I think they got it.
Yeah, Johnny Morris is going to get enough yardage for just like a homecoming game.
Here comes the pressure right up the middle.
Indeed, and Bill just got to throw it away.
And
I was just about to ask you if you had a play call for this one. And that might be just a simple one. Instead, they're going to go ahead with a handoff to Jaquil Rouser. Rouser picks up about 3-4 yards. I think that loss of down situation just.
It looked hot out there. Like listen.
Here's Bill stepping back to pass, stepping up into the pocket. Bill is going to dump it off, and he's got a man, and they're back past the original line of scrimmage right there. Making the catch is Ian Nation.
Damn.
Coach James said anything inside of 50, he felt good. The length was there.
Classic. And starting today at quarterback was Jared Lockhart, which threw off a few people. But, hey, he's looked solid early on, Tolly.
Yeah, he's not starting, but his replacement, Lockhart, has looked pretty good so far.
Indeed, here's a little pop pass right there on Jackson State, but nothing.
Man, somebody pick him up, man.
The Jackson State wide.
Move the chains on 3rd and 10.
Lockhart stepping up
Whoa.
the pass. He's under a little pressure.
Whoa.
Trying to get away. And he's going to
I like
it.
it. I like the movement in the pocket, big dog. I like it.
He's a running back, and Davenport is
like
into the heart of the Tuskegee. 214-pound senior running back from right down the road in Macomb, Mississippi, Louisiana Tech transfer. Here's Lockhart. He's got all sorts of room. He's going to throw it deep down the field, and the ball falls in.
That's a good ball, though. That's a good ball.
Quincy Parker
I like the throw
on that play. So here's Lockhart. He's going to hand it off to Davenport, and Davenport may have got a yard on the play. Lockhart takes the snap, hands it off to Davenport. Davenport's got a first down.
And again, you see Lockhart on that.
Is tuned in.
Oh, boy.
With the little man.
Your family still watches you. Way to go, man.
Indeed. Here's a deep pass down the field, and just out of
he got a nice spin to the ball.
Jared Lockhart's pass.
He got a nice spin to the ball.
Around the intended wide receiver instead. It's Lockhart. He's going to hand it off to Davenport.
Got it
Davenport at the 35, jumps over a man and gets the ball to about the 29. First down and 10, ball resting around the 30-yard line. Here's Lockhart stepping back to pass. He's going to fire to the end zone, and another wide open man.
You can't miss that, baby. You can't miss that, though, baby. Come on now.
State wide receiver.
Indeed. It said here's a handoff going up the gut right there to Denario Davenport. Davenport. Third down. Jackson State trying to show us if they can put the ball in the end zone once again.
Okay.
And keeping it on the play action is going to be Jared Lockhart. Lockhart's going to get first down yardage. Extend. That's where you're going to get a flag most times. So here's Lockhart. Going to swing it out.
Like the throw.
And he's got a man, and that is Jonas Fortillion coming up with his first catch of the day.
FAMU has done a lot to help Albany State in their program. But trust me, Albany State's going to want to win. The Golden Rams are going to have a lot to say in Tallahassee.
Indeed, and speaking of
133 yards, he's completing almost 70% of his passes.
Here's Lockhart stepping back to pass, looking for a man. He throws one across the middle, and this time it is caught. That's the first touchdown pass of the season. Jamil Partner. The week are already taking note of what Lockhart is doing here in Jackson, Mississippi. Here's Bill stepping up the pass. He's going to dump it down.
Lockhart doing all right.
Picking up about 5 yards on the play will be Tuskegee.
Well, they don't have a lot of time. Down to 1:30 left in the quarter. They found a little soft spot right in the middle and way to thread it there to move the chains.
Man, you talk about finding a now facing second and long. Raekwon Bill in the shotgun. He's going to sling over to the far sideline. His pass is caught and picking up first down yardage. Well, no, they're saying
they're going to have to forward. As if you had the first down. There's only 37 seconds left here.
So here's Bill stepping up the pass, and then he loses the ball. Now they're going to blow it dead.
Ball into the secondary.
Indeed. Jared Lockhart still the starting quarterback for Jackson State University. Calling his own number on the play. Picks up about 8 yards on the QB keeper. Second down coming up. The redshirt freshman QB from out of Converse, Texas, by way of Judson High School.
He came into the game last week against Southern Miss. He had one pass, and it was an interception. He might have a strain in that calf.
Is Lockhart done?
Strain or a cramp. I mean, it is still warm out here. Here's Stouffer.
Whoa.
Running out the pocket. He's going to get away, and he's going to just throw the ball away after being pressured by.
Down to their third quarterback of the season here.
So Parker Stouffer still in at QB on a second down play.
In the hands of his own teammates.
Yeah, we can't see more Lockhart, man.
Time here in the second half.
Here's Stouffer. He's going to throw the wide receiver screen. It is caught, picking up a few yards on the play.
And Lockhart left immediately after a running play, and he's had a good mix of himself. Quick little toss here of running and passing the ball. Close. Like, they beat Jackson State pretty good. And that was within the last decade.
Indeed. You know, that last game was in Mobile, which is now the precursor to what we now know as the Gulf Coast right there, Reed Pulliam. First down for Tuskegee.
And as good as that run was, and another couple of yards here, that just brings their net running across midfield there in the first half.
Here's Bill pitching it out. Morris picking up some more positive yards on the play. James told us earlier in the week that he certainly enjoys. Here's Bill rolling out, and the ball goes behind his man, Rouser, the intended.
They didn't want to get this game over with. Okay, there we go. All right.
Financially,
yeah, I want to see more Jared.
Goes behind, selecting a game like this to be representing the SWAC Classic.
Well, we take a look
through it, and there are a few glitches here and there. But, of course, as the product continues to enhance, how good do you feel about what the growth of SWAC TV is going to become?
I feel really good. The numbers have been staggering. Ball games on and create that platform. As a matter of fact, we're going to start a SWAC pregame show starting in week 5.
Why is it slow motion?
Be the first full week. So we don't have to beg anybody. We can get our own content, put it on, and highlight our own.
I'm glad that you answered that, as Jackson State is threatening into the red zone, flirting with the end zone there.
Ahmad Miller picking up a huge gain deep inside Tuskegee.
Back to pass.
He's going to throw it towards the end zone, and it is intercepted.
No.
Intercepted by the Tuskegee defensive
Hey, good pick, though. That's a good pick.
That's usually not what you see out of Jackson State in the red zone.
Good pick.
The most efficient team
in
the conference once they get
Hey, that's all right. Hey, make those mistakes.
They not come away with points. They will not come away with the
double
ball.
coverage, though. You can't make that throw, though.
That we live in, that self-sufficiency and that economic growth is so important. As Tuskegee is maybe flirting with a safety here, Mo, and I think
forward progress got him to like a half-yard line. Jackson State is you answering that definitely gives me some real good insight on how
now that's
really
a safety.
This time, Jackson State is going to come up with a safety. They didn't get it the first play, but they got it the second play right there, leading the way for Jackson State on that safety.
I worked hard for Dr. McClellan. When Chuck come out, I started looking over my shoulder. But please don't answer that phone call.
Totally understand. We've been chatting it up with Dr. Charles McCullough, Commissioner of the Southwestern.
Continue to watch SWAC TV and tell your friends.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. That's Dr. Charles McCullough, Commissioner of the Southwestern Athletic Conference, checking in with us here on SWAC.
Dominant performance here by Jackson State. Not a big surprise, but a good showing coming off that loss to Southern Miss.
Lockhart hands off Travis Terrell. Terrell at the 20, knocked down around the 15-yard line. Travis Terrell with his first huge gainer. First down at the state, moving from left to right on a yellow vision screen. Handoff once again goes to Terrell. Terrell's going to pick up about 3 yards on that play. Understand and that there's a reason why we're putting more stuff online and why there are more digital shows now instead of, just the regular 5, 6, 9, 10 shows, as Lockhart pushes way up until the 3. Here's Davenport with the handoff up the gut. They say he's going to be short by
points on the board once they get in the red zone.
Parker Stofa is going to pull it and finds the end zone. That's the third rushing touchdown for a quarterback today. Jackson State extends their lead, now up 29 to Thanksgiving.
I have done one Day Classic. I've done a couple in my life. I told my family in Atlanta, I said, hey, I'll be right back. I'm going to a game.
Angels went down I-85. The Tuskegee band getting a chance to play a
fourth
little
quarter.
parlay.
You ain't gonna watch the whole fourth quarter.
They're still trying to have fun out there in the stands.
Multiple flags down. There's a helmet
throughout the day. Let's see if things are different on this drive. Raekwon Beal stepping back to pass. He's going to try to throw it deep, and he overthrows his man. However, there is going to be a penalty flag.
Over for the 9-9 and the 2000.
He really, really was.
He's the all-time leader in wins.
Oh, you caught peeking corner.
Here's a pitch out right here for Johnny Morris. Morris maybe gets about a championship in 2007 with the JSU Tigers.
Ooh.
And there's Morris running over a man.
A Celebration Bowl championship since he's taken over as head coach, and now they're the team to beat year in and year out.
Here's a play-action pass, and the ball is overthrown. Hall, the intended. Interesting about all that.
From 42.
And it is
Ooh,
blocked.
got blocked.
Field goal is blocked. And then we've got, welcome back to the Bet here in Jackson, Mississippi. Jackson State in control, 30-0 is our score. They've got it first down and 10 deep inside their own territory, back in at quarterback for
Brown, he had 2 touchdowns so far. He's got a rating today right at 160, his QB rating.
And there's another handoff.
Yeah, Jared look good.
State, and he's been pretty effective the first couple of weeks of the season.
No, absolutely. Andrew Body, showed out against UAB as Lockhart throws a deep pass, and it is caught. Caught deep down the field in Tuskegee.
Let's go, Jared. I like it.
Number 2.
I like it, Jared. I like
Good
it.
touch by Lockhart.
Incredible grab by Dupree. Here's Lockhart once again slinging it to the near sideline, and the pass
I'm
is
liking
caught
it.
once again by Dupree. During week 1. He was kind of held in check just a little bit by the Southern University defense last week in Baton Rouge. However, when he needed
Years of suffering injuries, but so far so good. A healthy start to Andrew Body at Alabama State. They're taking on Miles today.
Indeed, and of course, there was a lot of uncertainty with him as well.
We'll be watching that game next.
Lockhart and the Jackson State Tigers on top, 30-0, and looking for more. Here's Lockhart
Ooh,
flush out of the pocket. There's going to be a hold as he throws it out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. But that play is coming at the moment. Man in motion, the handoff goes off all time in NFL. Robert Brazil, a.k.a. Dr. Doom. They play ball games right here for the Jackson State Tigers. Lockhart takes a big hit.
Good hit, boy. Hey, good hit, boy. I like that. Good hit.
The kick is up.
No good.
No good.
Did his conversation just to say hello to Rob J.
Yeah, I'll have to go ahead and dab him up after the show because, he was already in his pregame show when I was making my way up to come here to the broadcast. But, of course, then, of course, Alice Coachman, and for those that may not be able to get the Google real quick, first African-American woman to win an Olympic gold medal in any sport.
Wow.
She is a Tuskegee grad. And then
Gold in the next week. Not so good for Tennessee State. So still trying to figure out the quality win there in week 1.
All right, I ain't gonna hold you.
Face mask
I'm done watching. This game over. This game over. It's over. It's over. It's over. All right, so listen. I ain't gonna lie. I like Jared. He look like he throws the ball well. He can move very well, and he tall. So I don't know how much more weight he gonna gain because he only like 190 pounds. So he might want to get just a tad bit stronger because he probably will be going against some more stiffer competition for years to come. Because I'm pretty sure because Jacoby Morgan is gone next year. Well, after this year, he gone. So, listen, I ain't gonna lie. He look like he could be the quarterback, for next year. But we'll see how it goes, man. But I really do like how he moves around in the pocket. He can throw the ball well. Few mistakes here and there, few overthrows. But for the most part, I like how he moves in the pocket. I like how he spins the ball. A few deep passes look very good. And it is Tuskegee. So it ain't a lot to judge on yet. I want to see him go against different competition, but that won't be until next year. So this is like a good little preseason game, I'll call it. Whatever. So I like how he played here. So good job by Lockhart. Because I was really the only player I was really evaluating for real. Like, but listen, shout out to Jackson State on the win. They did what they had to do. We'll see them they're off this week. So next week we'll see them. I think, their next game is against Southern. We're going to talk about that.